We are diving into a very interesting and highly wanted aspect of chess, and we are looking at the greatest sacks that history has ever had. Trust me, these moves are not just book moves. They are moves that defy logic and express true brilliance over the board. Looking at this example, for example, one might say this is a normal position until black uncocks the queen sacrifice, and this queen sacrifice has felt loose like a blunder until you finally spot the initiative behind the idea. This is actually deflating the rook from the defense of the bishop. Once that is done, white will definitely take with a fork. The king must move and you capture the queen. Even at black's best defense, white is definitely better. Now let's go back. What if the rook never wants to capture and the rook goes ahead to play something like this? Then the queen can simply capture the knight, and this is totally winning for white. Oh, some people might say that the pawn is actually the weakest piece in chess, but in this particular position the pawn is actually the strongest piece and gave rise to this brilliant idea played from white. You see, in this position black played the amazing pawn to e6, which looks like a normal move until you spot the idea. You see, black can actually capture the queen, but the moment black does that, you uncock another level of brilliance, which is taking the pawn. Regardless of the way you take it, it's actually still mate, as the king is actually out of squares, and it's just actually mate. How amazing is this? Oh, and this video will never be complete if I don't show one of Magnus's greatest championship game in history. See, I think this was around the 2015 World Chess Championship against Kramnik. And in this particular position, you can see Kramnik as black has over 6 ways he can actually mate Magnus as white. Here, Magnus uncocks this brilliance, and this shocks the world. Even me, at least for the first few times I watched it. He sacrificed his queen. And you see, this position is the legendary position even up to today, because no matter how you take this queen, it actually still leads to mate. And if you go ahead and capture with the pawn, it actually still mates. I actually feel that these guys breathe a different kind of air as chess players, because man, they are damn good. Youth. Give honor to whom honor is due. To pay respect to the living legend, one of chess greatest players. We are going to look at this game played by Vishen Anand. And this particular position, he sacrificed his queen. And obviously the opponent took it, and the follow-up was really mad as he sacrificed yet another rook, and obviously black can capture it. He brought in his bishop into the game, further checking the king, and this is definitely mate. Not even black's queen can come to its rescue right now. Look at this puzzle again, because even I didn't really get it at first until they showed me the mate. Because this position, white is actually to play, and white starts by sacrificing a pawn, and oh, it doesn't just stop there, because the moment black accepts that sacrifice, black goes an inch further to sacrifice the queen. Now, it's not compulsory you must accept this queen with your knight, but if you accept it with your pawn, it's definitely losing on the spot. So black must accept it with his knight, and once you do that, oh, did I forget to tell you that it's still definitely losing on the spot. Chess is wide, guys. Chess is wide. Have you ever felt like you have everything in control in a chess game? Not until your opponent plays a starting move. Well, see this game, because black felt like everything is actually under control until white sacrificed the pawn. This is actually a simple sacrifice. I'll just take the pawn. But it doesn't stop there, as goes further and sacrifices the queen. And black begins to sense danger. If it goes here, it's just sealing its fate, as there's a mate in two around the corner. Now I'll leave this as a puzzle for you guys. Drop it in the comment section if you can find the mate. So black takes queen, and the moment black does that, the bishop swings into action and gives it a check. Black can't go here, as this is obviously a mate. So black decides to go here, and even at that, it is still a mate. Come on guys, how cool is this puzzle? Lock your answers in the comments. If you haven't seen anything crazy today, just watch this, because this is actually crazy at its peak. White sacrifices knight for a pawn. Black captures it with enough joy, and now white comes back and restricts the king's movement. White plays bishop to f5, preventing the rook from coming to h3, but even at that, white still plays rook to h3 check. Yes, he can capture, but it doesn't help white any further as it's still mate. This type of mate is actually one that I've studied in a couple of my endgame study, and you simply sacrifice a queen. The moment black captures the queen, thinking he's a queen up, you swing your rooks into action, and this king has nowhere to go. This particular endgame, I've used it hundreds of times, and it has proven to be effective and efficient. Such an amazing move. I was more than happy to spot this puzzle because it has really been a long time since I've given a saucy mate to my opponent, and this is exactly what this position does. As white, being greedy, decides to fork the two knights, but obviously white sees that and in person, black goes ahead to capture one knight. And when he does that, white push forward, giving a check to the king. Now, it is common to just promote to the queen over here and win the game. But white decided to go ahead with a saucy checkmate and promoted to a bishop. And obviously, the king must come back, and you slide your knight inside and give it the sauciest of mates. I'm speechless because honestly, at this position, if my mindset here is that I'm losing the game and there's nothing I can do, but then my opponent promotes a bishop, and I'm like, oh, thank God he did me. He might not have seen it. Then I now realize that he can actually steal mates, and he before I can finish my thought process, he does it. How devastating is that? To actually be our puzzle for today, lock your answers in the comment section if you actually can see it. You can see that after white plays this, black is in a zook zone. It cannot move any piece except the pawn on the c5. So it pushes it. Now I want you to find mate in 2 from this particular position. It is white to play, find mate in 2. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you feel I've showed you some mad tactics and some brilliant moves and I've taught you something new, you can consider dropping a like and hitting the subscription button. It really encourages me and helps my channel to grow. Till next time, stay smart. Thank you very much for watching.